If your podcast does not have a professional intro on it, that is a gigantic problem. And in this video, I'm going to explain why and give you some examples of what a podcast intro should sound like. Now, before I give you some examples of what a podcast intro could sound like, let's talk about why you need a podcast intro. First of all, it is the introduction of your podcast and your podcast episode. It tells listeners, new listeners specifically, what the show is all about. Now, it's very important to make sure that that intro is at least 20 to 25 seconds max. You don't want to go this long, drawn-out dissertation and explanation of who you are and what the show is and who your guest is and how cool they are. You can talk about your guest at the very beginning of the episode, but that can be recorded as part of the actual episode. A podcast intro, as far as this example is concerned, is the intro that goes on every single podcast episode that you have, and it's the same every single time. Same goes with an outro, which is questionable on whether or not people even listen to an outro, but it is a formality. Think of it as a bookend. The intro is the beginning of each podcast episode. The outro is the end of each podcast episode. Let's dive in, give you a few examples here of what exactly a podcast intro should and could sound like.
Welcome to the Membership Business Growth Podcast, the #1 podcast for martial arts and fitness business owners. We'll dive deep with industry legends to bring you insider secrets on marketing, sales, retention strategies, and life's balancing act. Get expert tips for business growth right here, right now on the Membership Business Growth Podcast. Let's kickstart the action with your host, Ron Self.
Welcome to Fix Your Gym, a podcast dedicated to bringing you expert knowledge from fitness industry leaders, salespeople, gym owners, tech experts, and other fitness enthusiasts, where you'll learn about the latest industry trends, innovative technologies, new and current products on the market, and health and fitness news from experts across the nation. And now, here's your host, Adam Niffin.
Welcome to the game, where we talk about how to sell more stuff to more people in more ways and build businesses worth owning. I'm trying to build $1 billion thing with Acquisition.com. I always wished Bezos, Musk, and Buffett had documented their journey, so I'm doing it for the rest of us. Please share and enjoy.
Well, there you have it. There's a few examples of what a podcast intro could and should sound like. Now, if you don't have anything remotely close to that for your podcast, well, you need to get something squared away sooner rather than later, because your listeners are depending on you to have some sort of professional greeting when each episode starts, which is the purpose of a podcast intro. Well, as always, I hope you're leaving this video knowing at least one or two things that you did not know about what a podcast intro should and could sound like. If you have any questions about this video or any videos on the channel, please leave a comment below. I do respond to each and every one of you lovely people. Until next time.